guys. So I'm recording right now, like I said, just recording myself. But I'm gonna go ahead and read a little waiver for you guys just to make sure, we're all good in terms of the legality of Zoom Pilates. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. Awesome, so that's out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, my name is Jordan. I am a Pilates instructor at the Rec, and then I also teach some other classes through Zoom. But yeah, if at any point in today's class you guys have a question, feel free to just write me in the little chat button. But like I said, we're just going to be using a Pilates mat if we have one, resistance bands if we have one, and then if you guys will check out the chat button in the Zoom playlist, I have a Spotify playlist that I made for this class. So if you guys are interested in a lot of like 70s music, feel free to click on that. But otherwise, y'all are muted, so feel free to play whatever music you want, maybe listen to a podcast. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start standing up on our mat. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. But if you guys are new to Pilates, welcome. Pilates is a moderate intensity exercise that targets your core. So your Pilates core is pretty much from your shoulders to your knees. And the way I structured this class is I want to do a really generous warm-up and a really generous cool down since we're all, kicking off our vitals week. So yeah, I just want us to be kind to our bodies for today's class. So I like to start all of my Pilates classes with just a little hop, just like that. Wherever your feet naturally land, this is kind of your body's like favored stability. This is your, strongest stance because it's the most natural. So I like to take a moment and just really focus and bring attention to our posture. So if you guys would like to join me, let's bring our attention down towards our feet. We'll recognize that the weight is evenly distributed on the ball and heel of our feet, and we can wiggle our toes. You can kind of see my toes. And then bringing our gaze up, we have a micro bend in the knees. We're not locking them out at any point, which is like keeping them really straight. But we just have a nice soft bend, super generous and kind to those knees. Bringing our attention up, our hips are forward and they're right above our knees and our ankles, or maybe they're a little bit inside of our feet. But we're gonna make sure that our hips are nice and engaged with our core. So your core, as you can tell, mine is like hugged nice and tightly. My stomach and my lower back are like as close as they can be, meaning my core is super engaged right now. So that is something that you're gonna keep in mind throughout all of today's class and make sure that you can kind of feel your stomach being pulled together towards your spine. Yeah, and it's Pilates, it's all about core. So you're gonna hear me say core a million times. Yeah, and then bringing our attention up to our shoulders. What I like to do is I feel like we carry a lot of tension in our shoulders that we don't necessarily like recognize. So I just like to start by releasing all of that. So if you guys would like to join me, let's bring our shoulders up towards our chin, towards our ears, feeling that squeeze at the top of our chest, and roll our shoulders back and down. So we have a nice proud chest here. For example, if you have writing on your shirt, you should be able to read it in your like Zoom screen because your shoulders are up, back, and down. And then with our head, it's just wherever's comfortable. I like to say a noble head. I don't know. But yeah. So what I like to do to start up my Pilates classes is start by warming up the cervical spine, which is your neck. So if you guys would like to join me, what we're going to do, take that right ear, and we're going to hover it over our right shoulder. And like I said, I really want to have a nice generous warm up and cool down for today's class. So please, if at any moment you want to maybe take things down a notch, that's perfect. That's a really great option. Today's class is for you and you only. What we like to say at the Rec is that it's your body, your workout. So anything I do is just a suggestion, but feel free to follow along with me if you would like, but listen to your body. So we are gonna just alternate here for a little bit, bringing our right ear towards our right shoulder, up, And left ear towards the left shoulder. Great job, everybody. Maybe this is the first kind of movement we've had today, and that's awesome. Let our body wake up. Hands can be wherever's comfortable. I don't know, I like to hold mine together. And let's do one more on each side. Great job, everybody. Now we're going to take our chin, hover over that right shoulder, opening up kind of the twistiness of our spine. Only doing whatever feels good here, not having any extreme stretches in this warm-up. And we're coming back towards center, and then bringing it over our left shoulder. I'm looking at my pretty backyard through the windows. Awesome job, everybody. We're just gonna keep on doing this like the first one, doing these alternations at our own pace. Good job, everyone. I don't know if anyone has already had a final today. I know I had a final paper due, so I did that. Whew. One final done, a few more to go. But you guys got finals week, and I think it's really important, even if you're maybe at home in a more relaxed environment than school, to take care of yourself and your body, especially during this rather hectic week. So I'm really happy that you guys are here doing some Zoom Pilates with me today. All right, guys, last warm up for our neck. What we're going to be doing is tucking the chin towards our chest, opening up the back of our cervical spine. And let's inhale our gaze up towards the ceiling, bringing our chin towards the sky. Great job, everybody. Back to center and right back at it, chin towards the chest. Towards the sky. And let's do one more of each. Awesome job, everybody. So we're gonna move on to the rest of our body to warm up. So if you guys would like to join me by stepping towards the edge of your mat or your carpeted area, what we're gonna be doing is a sun salutation. So what this looks like is I am slightly bending my knees while I'm inhaling my arms above my head, and then with a flat back, I am bending until I can't keep my flat back anymore and rolling out into a nice forward fold, being super kind to these knees. So if we would like to have a big bend, keep them relatively straight with a micro bend, whatever feels good for us today. This is just a great way to start warming up our lower half of our body. Great job, everybody. If you're able, place your hands on the mat. If you would like to add a super generous bend to your knees to place your hands on the mat, that's perfect too. What we're gonna do now is walk our hands out into a downward dog position. So what this looks like is my hips are up and back, and I am honoring the space in between my shoulders and my chin. My gaze is right in between my hands. Good job, everybody. If we would like here, we can take a moment to walk the dog. What this looks like is I'm alternating, peeling one, oh my gosh, forgot the word for heel, peeling one heel off the mat while bringing the other towards the mat. If this feels good. Great job, everybody. So now what we're gonna do, however is most comfortable, is we're gonna bring our right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Then we're gonna hop it in between our hands, high runner's lunge here. And let's bring that left knee down towards the mat, untuck the toes, and just take a moment here. Nice hip flexor stretch, getting our body warmed up. And using our hands, let's walk back. Nice hamstring stretch here, flex the foot. So we have a nice straight leg for my right leg. My left leg is my support here. And if you would like an extra stretch, really bring those toes towards you, if that feels good. And let's do it one more time. Walking the hands forward, runner's lunge. And we also have the option to bring that knee off the ground if we prefer that stretch. I prefer it with my knee on the ground, but whichever works best for you guys. And walking the hands back, stretching at the back of our leg, pointing that toe. Maybe we sink a little bit deeper into this stretch for the second time around. Maybe we don't. Either way, it's perfect. Great job, everybody. Now what we're gonna do, come back to that runner's lunge, tuck the left toe, come back up, high runner's lunge, place those hands on the mat, and we're gonna send that right knee up and back for that three-legged dog, and place it back on the mat, downward dog. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side, bringing our left leg up towards the sky, and then we're gonna tuck it in, pop it in between our hands, drop that right knee, untuck the right toes, high runner's lunge or stretch. Using our hands, walking back, stretching out the bottom half of our left leg. I don't know, the back of our left leg. That probably makes more sense. Flexing the foot if that feels good. And we're walking our hands forward, hip flexor stretch. Little movements here. And walking our hands back. Last time, maybe we sink a little deeper. My hamstrings, I think, are always super tight, so this stretch feels so nice. And we're coming back up, placing hands on either side of my feet, coming back up onto my left toes, and I'm sending my right foot up and down, back in that downward dog. Now with as much bend in the knees as we would like, we're gonna walk our hands back. Nice generous forward fold here. Maybe we sink a little bit deeper the second time. And letting the head and arms hang heavy, micro bend in the knees. We're gonna slowly roll up into standing. Our head is the last to rise. Whew. All right, I hope you guys feel warm. I definitely do. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. Sorry, my allergies are bad today, so I have a little rusty voice going on. All right, everybody. So we're gonna be starting with our legs. So like I said, if you have a resistance band, I would definitely recommend using it. It's like a nice little circle. If you don't, totally okay, you don't need one at all. This is just if you want a little added challenge, and this is what I'm gonna use. So what we're gonna be doing, if we have the band, placing our band on our calves, under our knees, about halfway in between like our knees and the ground. And if we don't have a resistance band, you want to stand with your knees right in line with your ankles and your hips. So this is called like a chair squat, a narrow squat. So what we're going to do is come to the edge of our mat if we're using a mat, and we're going to sink back for a chair squat. So what this looks like is my knees are right over my toes. I'm sending my hips back like I'm about to sit into a chair. Yeah, and I have a nice proud chest. That's pretty much all there is in terms of safety cues for this move. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna be in this low squat position, and we're gonna be doing, oh my gosh, that didn't make sense, be doing some lateral walks. So what this looks like is I'm taking my right foot, stepping out, bringing my left foot back, just like this. So if you guys are a pro, you wanna get going with these, go for it. If you wanna watch me a little bit more, that's also cool. If we are not using our resistance band, we're doing the same exact thing, not changing anything. Chair squat, little tiny movements, laterally. Yeah, so this exercise is really, really great for your lower body. So what it's working by being in this squat position, your glutes are really engaged and your quads are really engaged. Your quads are the front of your legs right here. And then also by doing these lateral movements, we're working our hip abductors and adductors, which are pretty much the insides and outsides of our quads, of our thighs. And then we're also working the outsides of our glutes. So yeah, this is a great move in the resistance band. Just takes it up a notch. But like I said, no resistance band, no problem. Just follow this format and you guys will be awesome. Good job, everybody. Nice and small lateral walks here. Really trying to stabilize the upper half of our body. So only the movement is really coming from our hips and below. So if you guys want to maybe place your hands on your hips, just as a reminder, that's awesome. That's what I like to do sometimes. But yeah, like I said, if you guys are in the need for some music, I linked the Spotify playlist for this class in the chat button. So feel free to listen. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's too much 70s, not enough 70s. I would love to hear from you guys. Awesome job, everyone. And also, if we're using the resistance bands, but maybe we think it would be better for us if we don't, just drop them. You don't need them at all. That is totally cool. Good job, everybody. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely starting to feel my glutes and my abductors and adductors like wake up right now. Definitely starting to feel it kind of in the sides of my glutes and my hips. But yeah, hopefully you guys are starting to feel the burn too. One thing I really, really like about Pilates, and bar is also super similar, is that it focuses on muscular endurance. So what that means is you're using super light resistance or no resistance for a really long duration. So it kind of targets like the endurance of your muscles. So it's like you can run a sprint, which is more like heavy lifting. Maybe you're doing like 5 reps of something super heavy, or you can run like a marathon, which is a slower pace for a much longer time. I don't know, kind of a weird metaphor, but if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you know, and you want to know, let me know. I'll gladly explain it in a more understandable fashion. But yeah. Good job, everybody. And if at any moment too, during a working move or the working portion of class, if you want to grab water, but I haven't cued it, just grab water. That's awesome. It's your body, your workout, like I said. Good job, everybody. We're going to do this for about another minute, but if you guys maybe want to up the ante a little bit, I recommend sinking a little bit lower in your chair squat. So what this is going to do is really fire up the lower half of your body a bit more, or if you want something a little less severe, feel free to stand up, only a micro bend in the knees. Either option is great. You guys choose. I'm going to be somewhere in the middle here. Maybe you join me, maybe you don't. Either way, all good. Good job, everybody. Little tiny walks, but I'm definitely starting to feel them. Hopefully you guys are too. It ranges for about 30 more seconds. Push yourselves if you can. Sink a little bit lower. I'm going to challenge myself a little bit today. Good job, everybody. Hopefully you guys are listening to some good tunes, carrying you through right now. It's kind of funny being a Zoom instructor because we don't really get to listen to music, and we just kind of look at ourselves in the camera and do it to ourselves. Yeah, Brenna I think is on here, so Brenna gets my feel. But we love it. I'm so happy I can still interact with my patrons and teach classes virtually. But yeah, it's kind of funky sometimes without the music and without seeing you guys. But that's okay. We're gonna do this for 5 more seconds. Sink a little bit lower if you can for 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Whew. Good job, everybody. Stand up really quick. Maybe shake it out. Grab a sip of water. Do a little awkward walk to your water. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, everybody, so the next move we're doing is we're still targeting the lateral sides of our body, lateral movement. So what this is a lateral leg raise. Don't know the technical term, that's my technical term. But what I'm doing is I'm standing nice and in line with myself. As you can see, I'm pretty much a straight line from my head all the way to my heels. And what I'm doing is just extending my right leg towards the side and back. So it looks like this, just like that. Micro bend in the standing knee. So if you guys would like to join me with these lateral leg movements, I would greatly appreciate that. Good job, guys. Like I said, it's your body, your workout, so maybe a lateral movement looks like this for you, maybe it's like that, whatever feels good for you, whatever challenge you think you are in need of today, I encourage you to do that. But yeah. Good job, everybody. I hope you are all feeling super, super calm and confident going into finals week. Yeah, I feel pretty okay. I think I'm lucky. Most of my professors have been like super generous about the way they formatted the latter half of the class. So nothing like too crazy for me in store. Hopefully you guys are feeling okay, no matter if you have like 5 in-person finals or none. I don't know. You guys got this. You are all so smart and talented. You're gonna be great for finals. Yeah, that's my little preach for today. Good job, everybody. Like I said, to option at any moment to drop that resistance band. You definitely don't need it to have a great workout, only if you would like a little bit of extra challenge. Good job, everybody. Same thing with those lateral walks. Really, we're trying to keep our upper body as still as possible. It's okay for like a little shake, but you don't want to really be moving too much like a clock, I guess. So maybe hands on your hips to help you remind yourself. I like to do that. Good job, everybody. All right, guys, we're gonna do 10 more of these movements. 8 more. You guys got this. And 5. And 2. Last one. Whew, good job, guys. If you need a little shaky shake, especially for that standing leg, I definitely kind of feel the tightness there after some time. But if it's uncomfortable on your standing leg, just increase the bend that you have, and that's a great modification. So we did something on one side. We are bilateral people. We have 2 sides, so we're gonna move on to our other side. This time I am working my left leg. So yeah, you guys know the drill. Let's go ahead and get started. Standing nice and tall, and I'm bringing my left leg out towards the side and back towards the mat. Trying to keep my upper body as still as possible. And also remember too, while maybe you're not thinking about working your core, you definitely are, just by keeping your body nice and rigid at the top half, or nice and secure, not moving too much. So like I said, pretty much any move that you do in Pilates is a core move. But yeah, that's why I love it. Good job, everybody. I always like to notice that one side of my body is usually a lot stronger than the other side for certain moves. So like for my right side of my body, I could do those lateral leg raises for a long time, but like I'm already feeling it on the left side, and I'm right-handed. So I think that's kind of interesting to take into account maybe which side of your body is weaker for some things, which side is stronger. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. Remembering too, we have the option to increase the bend in our standing leg if we're feeling any discomfort in our standing hip, or we can just have that micro bend if that feels okay. Good job, everyone. We're gonna be here for a little bit more. Y'all got this. Hopefully you guys can see the light at the end of the tunnel with school almost being over. If you are a senior, I love you, you're amazing. The rest of us, hopefully we still have some more time on campus. So yeah. All right, everybody, let's do 10 more. And 5. 2. 1. Ooh, good job, guys. That was not easy. We are moving away from the lateral sides of our body. What we're going to be doing now, if I am correct, are some more glute work. So this looks like this is a glute kickback. So just standing at the side, you can kind of see it a bit easier. I have my nice standing position, and what I'm doing, peeling my right leg off the ground, I'm just going to kick it back and place it back, just like this. So if you guys would like to go ahead and join me, you can kind of take notice. Same thing with the rest of these moves, is my upper body. It's really not moving too much. I'm just, trying to only move in my lower body. Good job, everybody. Kicking that leg straight back. So if you see from the front, it's just going right behind me, not out towards like this side or anything. So this is a great move for your glutes, as well as your legs. And like I said, this is also a great move without a resistance band. All of these moves are. So if at any moment you want to drop the band, go ahead and do that. or if you don't have a band, also totally cool, you don't need one. Good job, everybody. Trying to keep ourselves from hinging forward too much. So you can see I'm hinging forward a little tiny bit, but not anything like severe like that. Trying to stand as much as possible. Ooh, balance is hard, guys. Good job, everybody. Let's do 10 more on this right leg. And we have 4 more, or 3 more. And 10. Woo! Good job, guys. Like I said, we're gonna move on over to that left leg. Same thing here, glute kickbacks. So I'm just sending my left leg back this time. Y'all are pros by now. Hopefully you're starting to feel the work. I know I definitely am, especially in my quads, because I feel like, especially the more bend you have in your knees, the more your quads are working. So if you want to really challenge yourself, feel free to bend that standing knee more, or you can keep it with a micro bend. That's what I'm going to do. Good job, everybody. Y'all got this. Let me know, guys, how you're feeling about Zoom fitness classes. We've been doing them for a while now. I think they're really great. I'm so happy we get to do them. But yeah, let me know if you guys are like, yes, I love doing, this move on the Zoom class, or I wish there was more of this style class. Feel free to let us know. We would always love to know that stuff so we can choose the classes that are best for you guys, our wonderful patrons. Good job, guys. We're going to do 10 more on this leg. Good job, everyone. And 7. And 9. Last one. 10. Whew. Good job, everybody. We have 2 more lower body moves with our bands, and then we're completely done with our bands. So maybe challenge yourself. For these last few moves, I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. Everyone, so we're going to keep working on our quads, the muscles right here, super big muscles on our legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to step our feet out about 1 distance, foot width outside of our hips. So we're in a little bit of a wider squat here, still not like a super wide like sumo squat, but just our feet are just outside our normal like standing straight line. I don't know. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be moving our bands up above our knees, so they're on our quads, and we're going to be doing just some normal full range squats here. So what this looks like, same with kind of the first squat position we were in, is I'm just sending my hips back and standing up like I'm sitting in a chair. So one thing that is really good to make sure if you have really nice squat like posture, is that your knees are staying right above your ankles, or if they're going a little bit forward, that's okay as long as they're not going past those toes. And then also you should be able at the bottom of the squat to kind of wiggle your toes off the ground. That really helps you know that your knees are nice and in line and you're squatting with so much grace and beautiful form. So if you guys would like to join me, we're going to go ahead with these squats here, full range. It always feels super good, changing it up a little bit from all of that lateral movement. Good job, everybody. And at the bottom of our squat, we have a nice proud chest. So as you can tell when I'm going down, you can still pretty much read if I had like any writing on my t-shirt, because my shoulders are up, back, and down. Good job, everybody. One thing that I like to keep in mind is that really nice standing posture we established at the beginning of class, because even if you're not standing like you were, you still have your whole upper body is doing that really great posture. We have a nice engaged core, proud chest, shoulders are up, back, and down. Nice, easy, noble head, whatever you like to call it. So yeah, I think that is a kind of a cool tidbit to think about how you can incorporate that standing posture in any single move that you're doing in terms of an exercise or in terms of daily life. Good job, everybody. We're gonna do 20 more squats. You guys got this. At whatever pace feels best for you today. Hands can be wherever is comfortable too. Like I said, if at any moment we would like to drop that resistance band, that's awesome. Or if we would like to pick up small hand weights here, maybe 5 pounds, and we can just hold them at our chest, that's a great way to add on some resistance, but also not needed at all. Good job, guys. We have about 10 more. Trying to sink lower if you can. Also, one thing, if you guys are, want to work on your squat form, one thing that's great, if you have a couch, why don't you just practice sitting on the couch, sitting up on the couch. I think that's a really great way to make sure your hips are going nice and back, like they should. All right, guys, last 5. Oh, I lost my balance. And 4. And 2. And last one, we're gonna hold it here at the bottom. What we're gonna be doing now is we're just gonna alternate, bringing one knee in and the other knee in. Just like this, if you guys would like to join me. As you can tell, the upper half of my body isn't moving at all. I'm just bringing one knee towards the midline of my body and back with the band on. Good job, everybody. This is just another really great way to activate the lateral sides of our body, because that is what today's workout is focused on, as in terms of our lower half. Good job, everybody. We're going to be doing 10 on each leg, and then we are done with standing. So, y'all got this. All right, guys, 10 more total. And 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job, everybody. We have one more move, but it's going to be on our mat. So I'm just going to angle down so y'all can see me a little bit better. So we're going to be keeping the band above our knees. And what we're going to be doing is a glute bridge, just to finish out those glutes. So this looks like is my feet are planted on the mat, and I have about, a foot in between my hips and my glutes and my ankles. But the closer your ankles are towards your glutes, that's an added challenge. The farther away your ankles are from your glutes, that takes down the resistance a little bit. So what we're going to be doing for a glute bridge is just peeling our glutes off of the mat as high as we can go. So we pretty much have a straight line from our knees towards like our chin, and then peeling right back down on the mat. So if you guys would like to join me, peeling those hips up and right back down. Good job, everybody. We're going to be here for a little bit, and then we are moving on to our arms. So, use any last bit of lower body strength you have, because we're so close to being done. Good job, everybody. If we would like a challenge, we can go to the top half of our glute bridge and only come down 1/2 and up. Or we can do full range, whichever feels best for us today. But that's a little challenge if we just want to decrease that range of motion, really, really squeeze our muscles at the top there. But absolutely no need to. Feel free to do these full range ones with me if you would like that. Good job, everybody. Really squeezing our glutes at the top of that glute bridge, really, really activating them. This is definitely a really good move. I love doing this. Also for my hamstrings, which are like the backs of your quads, this is a really great move for those hamstrings. So good job, everybody. And we're going to do 15 more, and then we are done with the band, done with the lower half of our body. So I challenge you guys to really push through for these last 10-ish by this point. 5 more, everybody. And last one. Woo. Good job, everybody. We are done with the bands. So if you would like to take those off, toss it to the side. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water, and then we're moving on to our arms. So for our arms, we are doing 3 different moves. We're not going to be at any one move for too long because they are on the challenging side of things, but I'm going to give you guys a lot of options for how you're going to approach it. So we're going to be great. We're going to get through together, and it's going to be super fast, which is, I really like. You know, like when you do the really hard stuff, it's much shorter in time, which is, you know, good, I think, so. All right, everybody, so we're going to be working on our triceps, our biceps, and our chest a little bit today. So, you know, when you hear chest, it's push-ups, no surprise there. But we're going to start with tricep dips. So what this looks like is we have some options, but I am bending my hands behind my body so my fingers are facing my toes. And what I'm going to be doing is I can either keep my glute and my butt on the ground, or you can peel it up off the ground so you're in like a I forget what it's called, like a bridge, a back bend kind of. Or what you can do if you want an added challenge is fully extend your legs and come up onto your hands. So what we're going to do is we're bending our elbows, bringing our glutes towards the mat and back, just like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease that lever length, makes it a little bit easier, or bring your hips onto the mat and do it like this. That's awesome, but if you guys would like to join me, so what we're doing is just bringing our hips towards the mat and back, bringing our elbows kind of directly behind us for some tricep dips here. Good job, everybody. Remembering to take a break whenever is needed too. Remembering to option, maybe what I like to do sometimes, if I'm really feeling it, is I like to maybe take different modifications throughout all of the move, if that makes sense. So maybe do like 15 with my hips on the ground, maybe 15 up off the mat, whatever you guys like to do, because these are not easy moves. I'm gonna bring them down. Good job, everybody. We're gonna do 15 more of these. I want to challenge you guys before we get started, maybe to make things a little more difficult on yourself. Maybe that is decreasing or increasing the distance between your hips and your arms. But if you would like to pick a position to do these last 15 tricep dips, and then we're done with these. So let's go ahead and get started. Good job, everyone. 5 more. Whew. All right, we're already done with tricep dips. Those are really difficult moves, so feel free to stretch out. But we are not done with our triceps. So what we're going to be doing next is a tricep push-up. So what this looks like is we have the option with the chest push-ups that we're going to be doing too. You can have the option to be in a tabletop position like this. You can have the option to be at an angle with your knees and your toes still on the mat, or you have the option to be up on your toes. I'm going to take this one on my knees. But what this looks like is I'm bending on my elbows, bringing them straight back, and then coming back up. So if you guys would like to join me, tricep push-ups here, making sure we have a nice straight line, pretty much from our knees to our chest, or from our toes to our chest, if we're doing them on our toes. Or we're just bending, seeing the elbows right back down by our sides. Good job, everyone. All right, 15 more, just like the first one. We're doing the power 15 here, and then we're done. Ten more. Good job, everyone. 5 more. 15. Woo. Good job, everyone. Feel free to take a quick stretch, grab a quick sip of water before we're moving on to our biceps. Oh my gosh, my triceps are on fire right now between tricep push-ups and tricep dips. Good job, everybody. That is a lot of tricep work in a row and hard work too. So you all should be really proud. All right, everybody. So for our last upper body move, our chest push-ups. So this looks like same options in terms of our lower body. We can be in a tabletop position here. We can be on our knees at an angle, or we can be up on our toes. But what this looks like is I am bending at my elbows, bringing my chest towards my mat, and then right back up, just like this. So if you guys would like to go ahead and get started, we're gonna do our power 15. So everybody, here we go. At whatever pace is good for you today. This is the last upper body move, so challenge yourself. 10 more. 5 more. And 2, 1. Ooh. Good job, everybody. That was not easy. Oh my gosh, my arms kind of feel like noodles. And we barely did a long duration of anything, but the difficulty was really, really high. So you guys should be super proud of yourself. That was awesome work. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab my phone. We're gonna do a little timed ab challenge. So what we're doing is 45 seconds of a plank and 45 seconds of each of our side planks. And then what we're gonna be doing, that's it. And then we're moving into our cool down. 3 ab moves, 45 seconds each. We're gonna be awesome. And then we're gonna move into a really generous cool down. So for our planks, same posture or options for those push-ups. We have the option to be in a tabletop here with a really nice and engaged core. We have the option to be at an angle here, or we have the option to be up on our toes. If we have sensitive wrists, we have the option to come down onto our forearms like this. So we're gonna start with our traditional planks. If you guys would like to pick your option, we're gonna get going right now. 45 seconds, really engaged core. So we are trying to avoid any big arches like that, divots like that, just nice and engaged. Good job, everybody. Really feeling the energy shoot out of your heels. You guys got this. We only have about 20 more seconds already. We're so close to being done. 10 seconds left, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Good job, guys. That was awesome. So now what we're doing is a side plank. So you can pick whichever side you would like to start on. But what we're going to be doing is we have the option to be up on our hands or on our wrist, option to be on our forearms like this, or option to have that bottom knee down, as long as we have our hips a nice straight line. That's all that matters. So pick your position, 45 seconds. Let's get going. Good job, everybody. Just a stationary movement here. Remember to breathe. These moves target your quadratus lumborum, which are pretty much your side abs. They're super, super good for you. A great way to get stronger. Good job, everyone. We have 15 seconds left. 5 seconds, guys. We're done. Whew. Good job, everybody. One more working move of today's class before our cool down. Just that side plank again. On the other side, grab a quick sip of water if you would like. All right, everybody. So remembering we have those options to be on our forearms, up on our hands. and with one knee on the mat, if that feels good for us today. So let's pick our option, which is on my hand. I actually sliced open the bottom of my arm. So I'm gonna do it on my hand on this side, but we're gonna go ahead and get started right now. Hop on up into that side plank. Good job, everybody. Super strong for our last working move of today's class. Y'all got this. Remembering to breathe. Planks are definitely on the harder side of core moves, but you guys should be really proud of yourselves for doing them for however long of a duration. You're doing amazing things. Good job, guys. We have less than 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Woo, we're done, guys. Good job, everybody. Grab a quick sip of water. We're going to transition into our cool down because y'all deserve it. That was a lot of hard work. So if you guys would like to meet me in a child's pose, what this looks like, let me scooch so y'all can see, is I am tucking my toes, sending my knees wide, or my knees can be together, and just sending my hips over my toes, stretching out through my fingertips, bringing my chest towards the mat. We're going to be here for a little bit, so feel free to get comfortable. This is a great time to just start slowing your heart rate down, maybe tuning back in with your body. While we're here in a child's pose, I usually like to take this moment, especially since it is finals week, to remind you guys that you are so much more than one grade, like on one test. In the long term, I truly believe that, one test is not going to define the amazing people you are and the accomplished people you are. So feel free if you, feel yourself maybe going towards that mentality. I definitely have been there a lot. I like to challenge you guys to take these next week and a half to just really focus on yourself and challenge yourself, push yourself, of course, do the best you can, but also remember that you guys are human. These are especially strange circumstances right now. And one grade does not define the amazing people you all are. And then also, of course, I think during finals week especially, it's so important to take care of your body and take breaks. So I think, come into a Pilates class. That's an awesome option. Maybe going for a walk, reading a book, whatever you guys like to do. I like to challenge yourself, and I want to challenge myself to maybe just take 15 minutes a day, whatever it is, just for me, not for, my organic chemistry final. So yeah, that's my little spiel. You guys got this, and I'm so proud of you all for coming here today and taking this time for yourself and for your body. If you guys would like to join me, I'm going to take my right arm and slide it underneath my left arm and place my right shoulder on the mat and just sink back into my child's pose. This is a great shoulder stretch and back stretch. Awesome, everyone. Let's bring that right hand back towards center. Do the same on my left side. Taking my left arm, threading the needle here, placing my left shoulder on the mat. And let's place that left hand back on the mat. On our next inhale, let's come up to a tabletop position. So this looks like is my wrists are underneath my elbows, underneath my shoulders, just coming on gorilla fists because my wrists can be a little sensitive sometimes. And then my knees are nice and underneath my hips. So what we're gonna do are some cat-cow stretches. So if you guys would like to join me, let's inhale, bring our gaze towards the sky, curve out our back, and bring our belly button towards the mat. Really, really generous arch in the back here. And let's exhale, tuck our chin towards our chest, round out our back towards the sky for a cat. Good job, everybody. Same at the beginning of class. Let's take these cat-cow stretches at our own pace. Maybe we sync them to our breath, maybe we don't. Good job, everyone. Let's do 2 more cats and 2 more cows. And last one. Awesome. Let's bring stillness towards that tabletop. What we're going to do here is a wrist release. So this looks like is I'm taking my right hand, flipping it off the mat, and placing the back of my right hand on the mat. And I'm just going to bring each finger towards my thumb, just like this. This feels so good, especially if you spend a lot of time typing on your computer, holding a pencil, stuff like that. It's just a great way to reward the wrist. And let's place our right hand back on the mat. Same thing on the left side, flipping it off the mat, placing the back of my left hand on the mat. I guess y'all can see me, bringing each finger towards my thumb and back again. And placing it back on the mat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to extend our right leg long, and we're going to bring our right knee towards our right wrist, place that right shin on the mat, kind of parallel with the top of our mat, and just relax back. This is called a pigeon stretch. Really, really great for our hip flexors. They did a lot of work for us today. We have the option to be on our wrists, be on our wrists, my bad. Come down onto our forearms, or we can lay down on the mat, whichever feels best for us today. This is, I think, my favorite stretch of all time. I think it feels so good all the time. Good job, everybody. Maybe we sink a little bit deeper on our next breath into the stretch. Maybe we don't. Awesome job, everybody. Let's inhale, extend that right leg long, real quick, counteract that stretch. Place it back into our tabletop position. Same on the left side. What we're doing is I'm bringing my left knee to my left wrist, placing that shin on the ground, and scooching back into a pigeon stretch. Remembering too, we have the option to be up on our hands, we have the option to be on our forearms, or laying down, whichever feels best. Maybe sinking lower for these next few seconds. And let's come back towards that tabletop position. Counteract that stretch, spin that left leg long, back to tabletop. So what we're gonna do is I like to take a moment while I'm on my knees to do my upper body stretch. So if you guys would like to join me, take your right arm, send it long across your chest, and put a little bit of tension above or below your elbow joint. This is just such a great shoulder stretch. Yeah, this one always feels good too. And what we're gonna do is swing it around. So our right arm is hinging, so my hand is towards my ponytail, and putting a little bit of pressure above or below my right elbow, tricep stretch. And let's do the same thing with the left arm, sending it long across my chest, adding some tension above or below my elbow joint. Great job, everyone. And now let's send that left arm behind ourselves. My hand is by my ponytail, adding some tension above or below my left elbow joint for a tricep stretch. And let's clasp our hands behind our back and really round out our chest. Nice chest opening here, chest stretch for those push-ups that we did. And like we're hugging a big tree in front of us, curving out our back. Nice, nice back opener. Awesome, everyone. So now, since we're on our knees, we're gonna come right back to our tabletop stretch. But what we're gonna do, tuck the toes, send our hips up and back for our third downward dog of class. Maybe this feels different from the first two. Maybe we feel a little bit more limber. Maybe we don't, that's okay. Taking a moment here if it feels good, walking out the dog. And with as much bend in the knees as needed, we're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet. And let's take a moment here in a forward fold stretch. Just let our upper body hang heavy. And letting our head rest. Maybe we make a basket for it in between our arms. Maybe we sway side to side a little bit. And let's let the arms and head hang heavy, as much bend in the knees as needed. We're gonna roll up into a forward fold, feeling each vertebrae really stack on top of each other in our spine. Our head is the last to rise. And I like to finish all of my classes together. Let's, with a slight bend in the knees, inhale those arms above our head. And exhale our arms by our sides, knowing that we are strong and capable. Awesome job, guys. That is my Pilates class today. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for coming. I'm so happy to have you. Good luck with finals week, everybody. Y'all got this. It's going to be amazing. If at this moment you want to maybe unmute yourself, show me your video, and ask me any questions or just chat, I would love to see that. Or if you want to leave me a chat in the chat box, I would love to talk to you guys. But if not, have a wonderful week. You guys got finals. You're gonna be amazing. Yeah, and I'm here to chat if anyone is feeling chatty.